The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Option look. It's Ortiz.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Handoff running right. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down at 10. Runner takes the toss, runs to his left. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful to let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then pops a big one. Right now, he looks like he's starting to gain some confidence here early in this game.
The back's got it. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Handoff to the right side. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. And he just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
The 8th play of this opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Ortiz. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field and they'll go for it. Trying for a 4th down completion. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Chris, you have all week to kind of find the matchups that you want. They clearly wanted to go after this defensive back. They looked at it, first drive of the game. They make the throw. It's just a poor decision, in my opinion, by this quarterback, and it cost them.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll test the right side here. They stop him right at the 24.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Caught quickly. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. Grab down the middle. It's Sanders. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Here comes a handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Can he make it to the marker? Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Looking for his big tight end. And the ball is picked off. Can he take it all the way? Now the 40. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. A solid return to set up his offense.
Well, this isn't exactly how we envision this game getting started. You see an interception earlier thinking, okay, great opportunity. Bang, they throw an interception right back. So everything is even. We can start all over, and the offense comes back out on the field.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to pass. It's Ortiz. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Everybody knows how hard it is to run the ball when you're this close to your own goal line. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to try to run the ball to get it away from the shadow of that goal line. But you got to do a better job than that. You're a yard away from giving up 2 points and a safety because you couldn't hold your own up front.
Backed up with the 1. He's going to throw it. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Ball sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
First down and goal now. Can they punch it in? quarterback in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Point after, knocked right through. Bringing it out. It's Sanders. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a solid gain to move the sticks as the first quarter clock winds down. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Linebacker shifting around now. Oh, a reverse. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. There's the handoff. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. And the tailback's got it again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they get stuffed at the line of scrimmage here. That's going to bring up a 3rd down play for this offense. And, hey, I know it's the first half, but with the way this defense is playing and the fact that they have a nice lead, this is an important 3rd down to try to convert here.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Movement here from the tight end. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a 1st down and a new set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Now rolling out to his left. Using his legs on the scramble. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
To throw, it's Ortiz. He's escaping the pocket now. Delivers quickly to the left side. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And the running back takes the handoff. The pickup is 9. That's what they're looking for. Sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. They'll try to run for the first down. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Oh, gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight, couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's a shotgun run call. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team, trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down.
Hold the uprights.
The offense couldn't convert on 4th down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. Looking to throw. It's Ortiz. Quick throw over the middle. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return. And And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
A gain makes it second and medium. Same tailback, another carry. Breaks loose at the 40. He has first down yardage at the 46.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback dropping back. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
How about the big fella coming up with the interception? You don't see that very often.
Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Finding a bit of space. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
There are so many play callers that get into the red zone, and they get worried about the negative aspects of a certain play call. Not this guy. I love that you're willing to take advantage of your playmakers, do whatever it takes to gain yards and put the ball into their hands.
Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to get...
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Here comes the point after attempt. And with the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. Tries the right with a quick throw. The junior quarterback fortunate to avoid the turnover there.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Man, playing defensive back is got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield.
Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. And he's got some open field ahead. Out past the 30. Crosses the 10. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Wildcats.
You know, we talked to him during the week, and he told me he was a high school corner. And I can see why. He's got tremendous ball skills to make that play and then to be able to take it all the way back for a touchdown. Just outstanding.
They're setting out to try the PAT. Attack on the PAT, and it's 21-0. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sanders. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On the run, it's Freeman. Finds room at the 30. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Looks like one more play here before halftime. And they'll go right back to him on first down. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Tailback with another carry. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Oh, here comes the reverse. That run moves the ball across the 40.
I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands. I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. And the ball is hauled in. Tackle made after the completion.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
but it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's 4th down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Crucial play, down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on 4th down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
I know the toss play begins with a guy taking the snap, he turns around, he flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction that where they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes the play is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
Try to catch the defense with the draw.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Important 3rd down play coming up. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Gets rid of it on the move. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Kicked it too far. It lands in the end zone for a touchback. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. 2nd down, looking to throw it. Pressure is coming. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. You get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Here's another interception. We're losing track. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, a great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed, ability to diagnose the play, blows it up.
So behind the 6, 2nd and long from their 14. In the clear at the 25. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Oh, it's a reverse. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
This is a risky call by the offense. A lot of times you'll see these plays get blown up, but not here. The receiver turns on the jets and makes a big play downfield for a nice chunk of yards.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Here's the 2nd down play. And the wideout goes in motion. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. And on the carry, he's heading left. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. And here comes the punter onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. The returner is brought down. Gets you started on the next drive. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Running back has it on a screen now. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a 1st down. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Escapes the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. On the run, it's Freeman. Gets into space at the 50. Big play. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 35.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Kansas State getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's intercepted. Brought down after a short return at the 24. What a crucial takeaway.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. And the single back takes the handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Getting set. Here's second down. They'll feed the back again. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Arizona. And this one is getting ugly.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
And now here comes the point after attempt. Tech on the PAT again, and it's 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Look out, he's got some space.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in and down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. Press coverage now from the secondary. Running through the tackle. And they finally stop him, but the quarterback keeper picks up great yardage and a first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for second and goal. The run to the left, trying to find pay dirt. So back-to-back plays, nowhere to run. This defense all over the running back so far. The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on third and goal. Scanning the field, it's Ortiz. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. There's no one to throw to there on third down, and now it's a fourth down coming up.
A really good decision here by this quarterback just to get rid of that football, but I'm sure they're hoping for a few extra yards here to make this field goal attempt a little bit easier.
The coach is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on fourth and goal here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Chris, I think I could hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
first down here for this offense. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Play action fake, looking to throw. They'll try a pass here. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the beatdown continues.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Now they get set to kick it away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Now, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be... He's going for a big play downfield. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop, and they get the ball back.
Ready? 2nd down after that previous play. And the quarterback just kneels down. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback will take a knee. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. I'd say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And then there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as the top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand fashion.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Arizona Wildcats.